UnWatchable, episode 12. We are back and better than ever. And as a matter of fact, today it's not called Unwatchable, it's called Watchable. The New York Knicks are going to the NBA Finals for the first time in 27 years. Oh my God, let me tell you something. As a Met fan, as a Jet fan, as a Devil fan, all those three teams combined suck. I have not seen a Mets World Series. I have not seen a Jets Super Bowl ring. I have not even seen the Devils win a Stanley Cup in my lifetime. I've seen the Devils go to the Stanley Cup final when I was in first grade. They lost to the LA Kings in 6 games. Heartbreak. I saw the Mets go to the 2015 World Series and lose in 5 games. Another heartbreak. And the Jets, well, that franchise is practically dead. That team doesn't do anything. They are just a heartbreak. It's like you're watching Groundhog's Day all over again every single year. But it feels so good. It feels so good to be a Knicks fan. I first started watching the Knicks in 2012. And, I watched them get eliminated by the Heat. I saw them, I saw Carmelo Anthony. He was my favorite Knick right now. I wasn't alive for Patrick Ewing. But Carmelo Anthony was my guy. And obviously, when he retired and stuff like that, he wasn't around. I saw the Knicks lose to the Hawks in 2021. I've seen a lot. And I'm not saying I'm one of these, crazy diehard Knicks fans. I do love the Knicks, but I'm not like these crazy Knicks fans who are in New York City and 7th Avenue or climbing on top of buildings and whatnot, setting shit on fire, stuff like that. Yeah, I don't go that crazy with it. But it feels so good to have a team that is going to the finals. And you know what? The Knicks are winning the finals. I'm calling right here. The Knicks are winning the finals. They have the team. They have the talent. They got probably, in my opinion, actually, it shouldn't even be my opinion. They got the coach of the year in Mike Brown. I think he's done a fantastic job this year. Has there been moments where, a lot of people questioned him? I even questioned him. Yeah, of course. But he's done a good job. Maybe firing Tim's last year was the good move. Maybe it was. But right now, Knicks are going to the finals. They're waiting on their opponent. And in a 4-game sweep of which none of these games were close. Cleveland, just laid down and died, honestly. Everyone was so worried about the Knicks having the 9 days off afterwards, but it really looked like, and I'm going to be honest here, when I was watching game 1, a part of me was nervous because the Knicks were off for 9 days. They probably haven't played basketball. And when they were down tremendously in that first game, and even towards the end of the game, I'm like, oh my God, here it is. We might lose game 1. And I'm pacing around back and forth in my house. I'm going nuts. I'm, changing hats left and right. I'm trying to figure something out. And then that fourth quarter, something sparked in them. They go on this tremendous run. Jalen Brunson hits 40 points, 38 to be exact, gets 38 points. And it was just a roller coaster of emotions in that game. And literally the biggest comeback win by the Knicks since what was it? What they pop up in that stat? Was it 1973 or something like that? It was like 1973. The biggest comeback. Unreal. Just none of these games in this series was close at all. Game 3 was probably the closest. You watch game 4, especially as a Knicks fan when you're up 3-0. You're thinking to yourself, we're going to fucking sweep them. I said it after game 2. I'm like, we're sweeping these guys. My original prediction was, I have it actually down here. I said Knicks in 6. Well, Knicks wasted no time. They wasted no time. They not only swept the 76ers. Joel Embiid, go fuck yourself. They swept the Cleveland Cavaliers and James Harden. How's it feel? And funny enough, we mentioned James Harden, which I'm going to actually bring up a video that he actually had after his press game. And here we are.
It was 4-0, but I don't think we had a chance as far as our best shot. From a standpoint of the circumstances. Obviously they dominated us 4-0, but I don't know if I can necessarily answer that question. Just because genuinely I do feel like we are the better team, but series wise, it didn't show it. So yeah, it was 4-0, but
well, that was a funny interview. I find it funny that he said we are the better team. if you are the better team, can you play like it? Now, I will admit, in game one, they did look like the better team. They looked like a much better team than the Knicks. But then they just laid over and died. That's something the Mets do. Now, when he said we are the better team, a part of me got a flashback from when I was in my junior year of high school, and we were in the semifinals game for baseball. We were playing Mattituck, and I remember this game vividly. We didn't get killed. We lost 4-2, but we were the better team. We were the better team than Mattituck that year, who went on to lose in the county finals. But we were the better team. And I remember one of the team captains saying, "Hey, heads up, we are the better team." Can you really say you're the better team when you lose? To me, I can't say that. I will say we have more talent, maybe. And maybe, we have more talent. We should have won. Okay. But to say we are the better team, you're not. You're not the better team at all. You got swept. And I was listening to Craig Carton, I'm a fan, on the way home from work. Apparently, Cleveland extended their head coach, which I didn't even know about this. Apparently, he said when they were down 3-0 to New York, he said analytically, we are better. We are better down 0-3. What does that even mean? That's something David Stearns would say for the Mets. I mean, that's all he does anyway when he speaks at his dumb press conferences. That's all he does. Analytics this, analytics that. Well, analytically, you guys got ass railed. That's what you got. You just got ass railed. That's flat out. If I'm the head coach of a team that just got swept, I would have said, yeah, listen, we lost. We got swept. We didn't play our best. Didn't play good at all. We lost. Not that we're analytically better. And I'm not going to be, James Harden over here saying, oh, yeah, we are the better team. We're not the better team. You didn't win a game. You lost four straight. Knicks are now on a 12-2 record, which, God, keep it going. Keep it going. How crazy would it be if they sweep in the finals? I know Knicks fans. It was so funny. I was watching Side Talk on New York City on TikTok just before I started this episode. These Knicks fans were saying if they win, they're burning the city down. Have at it, man. I hope I mean, listen, if the Knicks win, the city's going to get burned down. If they lose, the city's going to get burned down regardless. So you guys do what you want to do, man. I hope you guys have fun with it. I will not be in attendance there, burning down New York City. But, tickets-wise for the Knicks are absolutely ridiculous. 2 courtside tickets are like $250,000 each. So in total, you're paying almost $600,000, which is like someone's salary, which is ridiculous. I was actually going over something with my guys at work. I don't know if I can find it. It was like, what can you buy with $595,000, which is what 2 courtside Knicks tickets will get you. It was like this many hot dogs, this many chopped cheeses, this many beers inside MSG. It's funny. It's funny. And Madison Square Garden charging, crazy prices. I mean, I don't know how the Rangers games look. I'm not a Ranger fan. I can't stand the Rangers. But anyway, let's dive into this series and the points that these guys racked up. We're going to start off with the East Final MVP, Jalen Brunson himself. He scored 102 points with 13 rebounds. That's the MVP right there. I think he's going to win season MVP if he hasn't already. Hey, NBA, season MVP, Jalen Brunson. That's going to be my next jersey purchase too, which the Mets are on too. They're not on back there because I'm through with them. They're losing 6-2 right now with Sean Manaea pitching at first and third, 2 outs, which that season's done and over, so we're going to be doing the Knicks from now on. Karl Anthony Towns had 63 points and 48 rebounds. Josh Hart, 57 points, 31 rebounds. Mikal Bridges, 74 points, 17 rebounds. OG Anunoby, who had a good series, 65 points, 23 rebounds. McBride, 21 points, 8 rebounds. Robinson, 18 points, 23 rebounds. Alvarado, 10 points, 2 rebounds. A little bit of a quiet series for him. Landry Shamet, 39 points, 6 rebounds. And Shamet with that shot in game 1 to tie the game, where that was a crazy shot. Took it with, I want to say 10 seconds left, maybe 8. It was just before the Cavs missed that shot that went in, around the rim, and fucking out. That's what it was, which forced the game into overtime. I remember Mike Brown running onto the court trying to call timeout. Didn't matter, though. The Knicks got the W anyway. That's all I care about. And it's actually funny because all these players the Knicks got, the amount of trades it took to get these players, and we're going to break it down because even this interested me so much to the point where I had to write down so many notes. Let's start off with Jalen Brunson. Acquired in 2022, he signed a 4-year, $104 million contract with the Knicks. It's a good signing right there. Josh Hart gets traded in 2023 for Cam Reddish and a first round pick. OG Anunoby, 2023. RJ Barrett, second round pick. Mikal Bridges, 2024, 5 first round picks, which listen, I was a little worried when the Knicks traded 5 first round picks for Mikal Bridges, but I mean, it's turned out to be pretty damn good. It's like obviously huge Met fan. I know the thing is every time Met fans bring up, oh, what's a trade you thought was good? I always say the Edwin Diaz trade with Robinson Cano that Van Wagenen made back in 2018, where he traded Jared Konelnik to, I believe it was Seattle at the time because Diaz was just coming back. And the Mets got Edwin Diaz and Robinson Cano. A lot of Met fans were after that horrible season that Edwin Diaz had in 2019. The trade ended up being really good. And I know they got that old washed up piece of shit Robinson Cano who they ended up DFAing a couple years later. Which, I mean, Robinson Cano was washed up anyway afterwards when he was done taking his PEDs in 2009. But that trade turned out to be pretty good for the Mets. And Diaz was probably one of the best closers in baseball, especially in 2022. 2023, he gets injured, 24. Up and down year from him. 25 had probably a better year than you can argue about his 22 campaign. And then now he's with the Dodgers on the IL and apparently got in trouble for cockfighting, something like that, which I could have sworn that was like 3 years ago. And in all honesty, who gives a shit? That's personally how I feel. Who cares, honestly? Who honestly cares if Edwin Diaz is out cockfighting? I know I don't. I hope he's having fun. Because I remember Shohei Ohtani getting wrapped up in some gambling shit and nothing ever came of it. But he's also Shohei Ohtani, so they gotta look the other way. Anyway, back to these things. Back to these trades before I go too much into the Mets. This is a Nick episode, so my apologies. Karl Anthony Towns, 2024 for Julius Randle and Dante DiVincenzo and a first-round pick. When I saw DiVincenzo leave, I'm not going to lie to you guys, part of my heart broke. I love Dante, especially that game-winning shot that he took against the 76ers, if you guys know what I'm talking about. Bang! If you guys got the reference, I hope you did. It was in Game 2. It was in Game 2 of the Philly Knicks series. Philadelphia 76ers, Knicks round 1. I apologize. Round 1, in which DiVincenzo hit that 3. Julius Randle, I mean, he was kind of overrated, to be honest. Well, that's my opinion. I remember one of my friends, Rowan, always asking, oh, where's Julius Randle these days? He's off the team. He's gone. I don't know what he's doing, but he's gone. And obviously, Mitchell Robinson, he was drafted in 2018, a 36th overall pick, second round. Those are just the ones I got noted down. There's obviously more, but I had to get this unwatchable posted out immediately. This New York Knicks team might be the best Knicks team that I've seen. I don't know about everyone else. I know everyone, they witnessed, the 94 Knicks. They witnessed the 99 Knicks where they lost. They witnessed all types of Knicks teams. In my opinion, I think right now this is the best Knicks team. In my lifetime, obviously, I was not alive for 1969. I wasn't alive for 72, 73. I wasn't alive for when Reggie Miller did his little choke thing on the court, which, I mean, we all know what he's choking on. But obviously, I was around last year. Well, obviously, I was around last year when the Knicks lost to the Pacers and Tyrese Halliburton did his best Reggie Miller impression, which I remember watching that game being heartbroken. And now I'm looking at this Knicks team. I'm like, hey, who cares about last year? And finally, the Knicks got the year they're looking for. They're in the finals. They're where they need to be. They have the talent. They got all the players. They got a good head coach. It's time to go in and win it. Bring on whoever. I will confidently say right here on UnWatchable, episode 12, the Knicks will win the NBA championship. I might jinx it. I'm trying not to. But as a confident Knicks fan, I want to say they're going to win this championship. They got it on paper. They got it. Let's go in. Let's keep doing. Knicks got to keep playing their game. If Jalen Brunson can put up 40 points in a game still, and you got Karl Anthony Towns and Hart and Bridges and Anunoby, they're all dropping crazy points. Robinson's getting you the big rebounds. Alvarado steps up his game. Shamet steps up his game. You're gonna win. If you blow out the team in the finals, like you blew out the Cleveland Cavaliers, you should have no problem winning the finals. And then, New York City's going to get burned down. But that's a story for a different day. But I can confidently say, I think the Knicks are going to win it. I really hope a lot of other Knicks fans think alike. I know there's some Knicks fans that are worried out there who's coming up. I think we'll be all right. Because I'll be honest with you guys, I'm not afraid of anybody. Just bring it on at this point. We were all scared when we fell, 2-1 in the first round, and look what happened. Started playing the best basketball yet. Swept the 76ers. We just swept Cleveland. We got the Cleveland coach talking about how analytic they are and how better they are, which, Cleveland, how do you not fire your head coach afterwards? They're talking about how good they are analytically. You guys aren't good analytically. You want some analytics for you? Okay, cool. You're down 3-0. Go win a fucking game. They didn't do that, though. And you got James Harden over here, which... who is Harden going to blame now? What team is he going to jump to next? I think James Harden, hang it up. You're done. Obviously, I have respect for James Harden, but time to hang it up. I don't know what team is going to take him. What does he want? Does he want to go play with LeBron? Does he want to play with Steph Curry? Does he want an easy ring? What's he going to do? And then you got him saying in his post-game interview, yeah, we're the good team. We're the better team. You're not. I'm sorry. So, Knicks on 12-2 run so far. Let's hope we can keep this going, guys. Thank you for sitting down and enjoying this episode of UnWatchable. Let's go, Knicks. Let's keep it going. Go, New York. Go, New York. Go.